Hey, welcome everybody. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Lots going on my table as usual, so I'm moving stuff around a little bit. So I got my 1978 Strat set ready to roll some games, but I'm also playing that 1987 Mets, which is actually one of my favorite Mets seasons to play. They got everything going on: pitching, power, speed, and just a couple of injuries at the wrong times, and a rough year for Ron Darling. Plus, the rehab penalty stage, punishment stage for Doc Gooden, who doesn't join the team for 2 months, really set them back as well. But it's a really, really fun game. They got a powerful offense. They can steal bases. They can get hits. They can walk. They can hit home runs. They can field. And they have pretty good pitching, especially in the bullpen. Um, so that's a lot of fun to play the 1987 season. Anyway, what we're doing here today is we're playing game 5 of the 2022 World Series with the Astros at the Phils, the Philly cheesesteaks, right? And we're right about to get started. You know that deep drive baseball, it's a 50-50 game, 0 to 49 on the batter, and then 50 to 99 on the pitcher. We're using the actual lineups, we're using the actual pitchers, and see what happens. Altuve is leading off at second base. Pena, Alvarez, Bregman, Tucker, Gurriel, the rookie Hensley, McCormick, the center fielder, Maldonado, rounding out the order, batting ninth at catcher. Um, for the Phils, it's Schwarber, Hoskins, Realmuto, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, Stote, and or Stott, and Segura and Marsh. If you've been watching this, I've been struggling with this name the whole time, wanting to call him Stote, Stott, and I can never. It is Stott because it rhymes with stop. So anyway, let's get started. Let's play this game. Plays very fast. Everything is off the cards except for just a couple of things, maybe bunts, hit and runs, which I don't really do that often in modern baseball. In older, like the 50s, I do that all the time, a lot of bunts. But this is mostly just home runs and station to station. And let's get started with Altuve. It's 3D10. That's from the other game I was playing. The green is just for the outs. So we'll read the red, and that's going to be off the pitcher because it's above 50, 87. That'll be an out. A 4 is a bouncer to short. Glove by shortstop. Stop. And he throws out Altuve. 1 down. The Astros lead the series 3-1. Pena with a 40. That'll be off the batter's card because it's 0 to 50, right? A 40 is an out. A 4, and that's a slow grounded to the second baseman. Segura charges, bare hands, it fires to first, and just gets Pena by half a step. Great play by the second baseman, Segura. And here is Jordan Alvarez. Noah Syndergaard on the mound. He's an ex-Met, so we have love for Noah Syndergaard. 76 and a 6 is a hard hit ball ripped to short. Easy play for Stote, and he throws him out. All right, no runs, no hits. Bottom of the first, Schwarber. Pitch from Verlander with a 41. That's a 7. That's a deep fly ball to right. Backing up is Tucker at the track and hauls it in. Hoskins is next with a 55, and that's bounced up the middle for base hit. So single off of Verlander. Here's JT Realmuto with a 14, and that's ball 4. So 1 out, and now 2 base runners on for the Phils. This is a do or die game for the Phils. Here's Bryce Harper. Verlander checks in with Maldonado, sets and deals, and a 13 is line base hit. And everybody's going to hold up on that. And bases loaded, 1 out. Here's Nick Castellanos, who really struggled in this series. Let's tidy this up just, move this over. I have plenty of space. I have another game under this game. I'm playing the 1990 Reds. Here's a pitch. Castellanos with an 85 and a 2, and that is popped up. Nope, grounded to first. We were playing. What do we do with that situation? You know what? Grounded to first. Bases loaded. First inning. Play halfway for the double play. And that's we're going to go second for one. Back to first. Not in time. So a run will come in. Want to prevent the big inning here early in the game. And Alec Bohm now with runners on first and third. Pitch from Verlander, a 38, and that'll be a 6. Is a hit hard at the shortstop. Pena, who gloves it, and that's the third out. One run comes in on a couple of hits. The Phillies lead it 1-0. All right, Bregman leading off here against Noah Syndergaard with a 56, and that'll be a liner to center for a single. I don't know why I put a tail on the donkey there. I don't know why I did that. That's weird. And now, obviously, I can't find my whiteout. So, oh, here it is. It's hiding from me. All right. And Tucker, 23. And that's a defensive check. See what that looks like. That's on this side. Well, we rolled a 60. 60 is going to be a ground ball to first, and that's going to be a fielder's choice. Because I know that Hoskins is a 3. I remember from the series, playing the series. Yeah, he is a 3, so that's a 3-6 fielder's choice. And Tucker's on at first with one out. Yuli Gurriel with a 21, and at 3 again. A grounder to first, goes to second, fielder's choice again. Yikes! All right, we've had 3 of those almost in a row. Here's the rookie DH Hensley with a 72, and that's a defensive check. What did we roll? We rolled a 23 and a 23. Let me see. 23 is going to be on this side. It's going to be a fly ball to left. Our left field Schwarber. What is his number? He is terrible. He's a 1. So what do we roll? A 23. Will he drop it? No. This is actually the range side. This is the range, and this is the error side. So he does drop it. He doesn't reach it, so it does fall in. And with 2 outs, runner Gurriel will make it to third with 2 outs on a blue hit like that. He was running on contact. So it's first and third, and it's going to be McCormick. 2 outs, 2 on, 28, and that's a strikeout to end the inning. So no runs, 2 hits. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the second. 1-0 Phils. Stop. 71, and that's a strikeout. Segura with a 73, and that is a defensive check. Wow, we've had a lot of these. And that's a 0-8, which will be a second baseman. Second baseman Altuve is a 2. And what did we just roll? A 0-8 with a 2, and that's a base hit. That's a range single. Pass Altuve, who just does not have the range that he once did. Here's Brandon Marsh, the lefty, with a 76, and that's another defensive check. Holy smokes. It's 6% chance of defensive checks, and it seems like that's all I'm rolling. 71, and that's to the second baseman. Again, Altuve bobbles it, and everybody's safe. E4. So that's an error on Altuve. And runners on first and second for the Phils. Schwarber, we need some power to occur. And we're going to we just missed it. He's a 0-6, it's a 0-8. That's ball 4. So he walks to load the bases. So Verlander's got the bases loaded with 1 out. Again, we're going to play halfway for the double play. Here's Hoskins, and will we get the double play? Slow ground ball to the pitcher, and the runner will score on this, and it's going to go to first base. So RBI grounder for Hoskins, 2-0 Phils, and here's Realmuto. Pitch from Verlander with a 0-6, and that's going to be a base hit. 1 run scores, and Schwarber becomes an F. And since there are 2 outs, I think that chart was on this side. I should memorize these, but since I don't play this so often, let's see very quickly here. Okay, so he will score in this case because he does become an F, and he scores. So it's a 2-run single for JT Realmuto, picks up a couple RBIs. I put the little dots there. And Schwarber will score. So 3 runs come in. It's going to be 4-0 early on here for the Phils, and it's Harper. And Harper with a 49. That'll be a line drive and caught at the first baseman. That retires the side. But 3 runs come in on 2 hits and an error and a walk. Phillies lead at 4-0. Maldonado up. Bottom of the order. Catcher Maldonado, not much of a hitter. Noah Syndergaard. We're going to try to get 5 out of Noah. I know that's not what happened. Strike 3 gets him. And I know that's not what happened. They pulled him after 3 2/3. I don't agree with that. Here's Altuve with an 83. That's off the pitcher. A 0. That's line and caught by second baseman Segura. And Jeremy Pena grounded out with 0-2. That's a deep drive with a 5. Oh, let's see. Timeout. All right, that's going to be a drive into left center field, into the deepest part of the ballpark. Pena digging around second, going for third, and he is in there with 48 is a triple. The 5 righty. Yep. All right. So it's a 2-out triple for Pena, and here comes Alvarez. 4-0 Phils here in the top of the third. Pitch from Syndergaard, and that's a 77, which will be a 3. Is a slow grounder to third. Bohm charges, bare hands, fires to first in time. Oh, Bohm with a nice play. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left, and we move to the bottom of the third. Castellanos, Verlander, 71. That's a strikeout. Castellanos doesn't take many pitches. He's swinging. He's a swinger. That's a defensive check once again. Yeah, let's do this. Let's get the darn chart. Near and dear to us. And that's going to be a 63. You know what? That's not the chart I want to use. Let me see what the other chart I've been using. That's 71. Oh, wow. And I'll keep this next chart close to me. It's a 71 chart. I'm not using that. I'm on 71 right now. Let's see if it's this one. Oh, nope. Not that one. This is the one I want. Seems like a lot of charts, but they're from different seasons. Every season's got its own chart. Okay. So I rolled a 63, and that's going to be a shortstop. Shortstop will field 2 away. And stop. Bison stop. 42. And it's a pop-up to the catcher. Foul ground. That retires side. No runs, no hits. 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 4th. Here we come. Bregman, Tucker, Gurriel. Deep drive baseball. It's up to now. It's 4-0 Phils. So 0-6, and that's a line drive for Oh, Bregman. Wait a second. 0-6. Where is my Bregman? Where is Bregman? He vanished. I had him here before. Oh, I think he's at the bottom here. Hold on a second. No, Altuve. There he is. Should be Bregman. 0-6 is, oh, just misses a deep drive. That's ripped to left center for base hit. So it's a leadoff single for Bregman. Here's Kyle Tucker. And that's an 86. That'll be 5 hard hit ground ball. Second base. That's 4. 6, 3, double play. And Gurriel next. And a 53 will be a deep drive for Gurriel with a 48. And that's a double. Splits the outfielders and rolls to the wall. So he drives one deep, and he's into second base ahead of the throw. Hensley with a 44, and that'll be an out of 1. It's popped up left side, third base. Bohm is under it, and that retires the side. So no runs, 2 hits, 1 left. Move to the bottom of the fourth, 4-0 Phils. Segura, Marsh, and Schwarber against Justin Verlander. I'm pushing these guys to 6 innings. Come on. Strikeout. So another strikeout. That's a third strikeout for Verlander. Marsh is up next. He reached on an error on Altuve. 32, and that's a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Verlander. He's looking sharp right now. He's retired 6 in a row. Schwarber's next. He's walked and flied out. 66. That's another strikeout. So Verlander strikes out the side. There you go. And Chas McCormick leading off the no runs, no hits in the bottom of the fourth. Leading off the fifth is Chas McCormick with a 51. That's a deep drive. And that ball is in the gap for a double. 1 hop off the wall. McCormick, speedy, gets into second base easily. Here's Maldonado. Maldonado struck out in the third. 2 strikeouts for Syndergaard. So Syndergaard, both pitchers are already in the fifth. Hooray. This is amazing, right? 1971 all over again. 78, that's going to be a 7, and that's a fly ball to right. And McCormick may be able to tag up, but he's not going to do that because of the score. He's going to hold the second base. Altuve's next with a 44, and that will be an out off Altuve's card with a 9. That's a fly ball center field. And it's Marsh parks under it, 2 down. And here comes, and let's check out, Syndergaard can go 9, so he's gone through the lineup twice, plus he's gone 4 total innings, so that's 6. He's got 9 points that he can do. Hasn't given up any runs. So here's a pitch to Pena, 56, and that's a base hit, and a run will come home. So the first run of the game, 4-1. And Syndergaard now, 2, 4, that's 6, giving up a run, 7. So he's still got a couple more to go. Let's see what happens with Alvarez, and a 95. 95 will be a 5. It's ripped to second, scooped up by Segura, throws him out, 1 run on 2 hits, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. Hoskins leading off with a 96, and that's popped up, middle infield. Second baseman Altuve grabs it. Realmuto's up next. He's 1 for 1 with a 2-run single and a walk. And a 73 will be a defensive check. If I was able to finally reach for the chart without a problem. 49. 49 says it's a ground ball to second base. He's a 2, and this will be a base hit by Altuve. Let's just check Altuve one more time. Remember him being a 2. He is, so does not get to that ball. And Harper, 4-1 Phils, bottom of the fifth. Pitch from Verlander. 17 base on balls. Okay, so let's look now. Verlander's gone through the lineup twice, plus 4 innings. That's 6. He has 10, so he's still good. Castellanos, not a great hitter, 53, but he nothing. That's a single, and everybody's going to hold on that. Even Realmuto, yep, he's going to hold on that. So bases are loaded. Could try to score on that single with an average arm. Da, 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 da. Let's see, single with an average arm says, let's see, single with an average arm, single with an average arm. All right, single with an average. Let's see, Real Muto with one out. And the single was a 53. Bohm is going to be a regular single. So it's here. So no, okay. So he does not score. The bases are loaded, just like I thought. And that was Castellanos, but it's still off the pitcher. So bases are loaded for Alec Bohm. And they're going to bring the infield in. And that's going to be a deep drive with a 3. That's trouble. And that ball is gone. Grand slam for Bohm. Another one of these blowouts. And he picks up 1, 2, 3, 4 RBIs. And that's going to be it for Verlander. He's out of there. Yikes. So Neris is going to come in. 4.1 for Verlander. Yikes. All right, so Verlander's out of there, and it's going to be stop. And that's a 35 off the batter. A 3 is ripped to third, throw to first. 2 out. And should be Gene Segura now with an 81. That's a defensive check. And it's a 0-6, which will be right back to the pitcher. And the pitcher, Neris, fielding 1. So that's going to be an error on Neris. A 2-base error. That's another error for the Astros. And runner on second, Marsh up. Here's Neris with a 71. And he struck him out. That ends the inning. But they pick up 4 on 3 hits. And an error. And they lead it by a score of 8-1. Yikes. So the Astros taking a beating. And Alex Bregman is up. Syndergaard's still in there. And that's a 14, which will be a base on balls. Let's do it again. Kyle Tucker with a 16, and that'll be a strikeout. Next is Gurriel with a 12, and that's a ball 4, and that'll be it for Syndergaard. Syndergaard went 5 1/3. Maybe Brogdon will come in. All right, and he'll face Hensley. That was Gurriel who walked with a 79, and that'll be a defensive check. With a 20. And a 20 will be a grounder. Ooh, grounder to third baseman. Third baseman Bohm, I think, is a 3. Bohm is a 3, so what did I say? A 20? 20 to a 3 is a ground ball to 5. Ground ball to 5 with runners on first and second is a fielder's choice. Fielder's choice at third base, so he steps on the bag basically. So he's out. It's going to be like a 5U. First and second now. for McCormick. And a 17 will be a strikeout to end the inning. So no runs, no hits, a couple of walks, a couple of men left. We go bottom of the sixth, 8-1 Phils. Schwarber leading off. Remember in this game, it's 0-49 off the batter, 50-99 off the pitcher. The green will tell you the out. You just look at this line right here, and that's the out. Pretty straightforward. Easy game to play. I believe this game has really, really good potential. Once you learn basically the base running, and it's not complicated at all. There's just, I think, 5 base running levels. And but most guys are just average base runners. That changes with 2 outs, and then the single plus is the only time they take the extra base. I mean, it works. It works. I've been playing it for a few years now, and it works. And he's cleaned it up. Wild pitches and pass balls. I think pass balls come with a 99 roll. Wild pitches, you have to look at the pitcher's numbers on the right side. And Neris has 90-95. And even has a balk, 96. There was a pitcher who balked 3 times this year, so he's going to have a lot of balks on his card. I can't remember who it was. Anyway, bottom of the sixth, and scores 8-1. Phils have the top of the lineup. Neris, that error is not going to let him continue. So I'm going to pull Neris here for Abreu. I'm not going to worry about who I'm bringing in. I just can't do that at this point. Just let me see. So let's bring in Abreu. I'm looking at the wrong cards. That's what happens. So it's got to be Abreu coming in. Oh. Static. There he is, Brian Abreu. All right, against Kyle Schwarber, bottom of the sixth, 8-1 Phils, 26, and that's a strikeout. Gets him on a slider. Next up is Hoskins. Hoskins today's 1 for 3, RBI, 83, and that's going to be a strikeout. Back-to-back Ks for Abreu. And JT Realmuto, he's 2 for 2 with a walk and a couple RBIs, and a 0-5 is going to be a deep drive. And that's going to be a 19. That's way back into left field corner, and if it stays fair, it's gone, and that's a home run. Realmuto with a solo home run, a 2-out home run, makes it 9-1. And here's Harper with a 68. That's a strikeout. So he struck out the side, but he did give up a home run. So 1 run on 1 hit, 9-1 Phils. Go to top of the 7th. Leading off is Maldonado with a 38, and a 7 is a deep fly ball to left. Schwarber is at the track, and he makes the catch. I'll take a quick sip. So it's 1 out here at the top of the 7th, 9-1 Phils. And that'll make the series 3-2 if they're going to hold on. Oh, yeah. All right. Jose Altuve's up with a 0-8. And that's banged up the middle, and that gets through into the outfield for a single, a 1-out single. Pena, who's 2 for 3 with a triple and a single, 23, and that's a strikeout. He goes down swinging, and here's Alvarez. Good power on Alvarez, 16. That's a walk. Was I able to? Yep, I could allow Brogdon to go 1 extra inning because he came in the last inning, and he got 2 consecutive outs. So if you get 2 consecutive outs to end the inning or 1 consecutive out to end the inning, you're allowed to start the next inning and go the whole inning. So it gives you like a +1. Here's Bregman with first and second, 2 outs. This may be Brogdon's last batter. See what happens. And it is going to be his last batter. That's a deep drive. So as long as it's not the ballpark card, it's going to be a double. 1 run will score. And Alvarez on a double, we can try to score him, but not down by as many as we are. So we're going to hold up RBI double, and that's going to be it for Brogdon, who's coming up. Tucker. Tucker's a lefty. Ooh, we're going to bring in, you know what? I don't even know if they brought in Brad Hand. I'm not sure if they used Hand. So I'm not going to bring him in. Montero, Presley. Oh, you know who they're going to bring in? They're going to bring in Alvarado. They're going to bring in Alvarado to face Tucker. And I'm going to have to write him in. So, oh, he's right there already. Okay, that worked out. So Brogdon went 1.1, and here comes Alvarado, who did not have, in the actual series, did not fare well against lefties. But here he is against Tucker. So even though it doesn't make any difference because he needs to be a circle lefty for it to make a big difference, and he's not, and he's going to give up a potential home run here. He's going to give up a potential home run, and that ball is 68. That's a drive down the line into the right field corner, and 1 run scores, 2 runs score, and that's going to be a 2-run double. And the score now is 9-4 with 3 runs that the Astros come up with. Gurriel is next. Here's the pitch from Alvarado, and that's a 0-8. That's going to be a base hit. Tucker will hold at third. Next is the Hensley. Here's a pitch to Hensley with a 40, and that's going to be ripped to short, 6-4, fielder's choice, and that will end the inning. But they pick up 3 runs on 4 hits, and the score is 9-4 now. So they got an explosive offense, these Astros. Got excellent pitching, though. All right, we're going to the bullpen again for the Astros. It's going to be Neris already pitched, Abreu already pitched. Let's see. Neris went 2/3, 0.2, and then 1.0. And now we're going to bring in Montero. I just write down who they used. It makes my life a lot easier and just use them. You know, it's just that's how I play it. You know. All right, so Montero's coming in here, and he will face Castellanos, Bohm, and Stott. Castellanos struggling, but not here. That's a deep. Oh, that's a single. So he rips one to center. Castellanos off the pitcher's card. Next is Bohm. Bohm with a 23, and that's a defensive check. Just have to roll 1 die, a 0-3, and that is to the pitcher. He's a 2 fielder, and he'll make the play. A G1. Let's see what a G1 with a runner on first. It's going to be a fielder's choice. He goes to second for 1, throw back to first, not in time. Fielder's choice. The ground ball and fly ball system is excellent in this game. Probably one of the best out of all the games that I played. It's very intuitive. You get it, and it makes perfect sense. You know, like I said, slow ground balls are usually you're going to have to throw to first. Average ground balls, you're going to get fielder's choice, and the hard hit ground balls are the ones you get the double play on. Same thing for the fly balls. Deep fly balls, you usually advance, especially if they're to right field and you're going from second to third or third to home. Usually gives you a big advantage, and so on and so forth. You just know when to check. You can visualize, you know, the hits and the fly balls and the grounders. Very, very strong mechanic in this game. Probably one of the better ones out of all the games that I play. Okay, so it's stop and 1 on and 1 out. Pitcher is Montero. Here's the pitch. 47, and that's going to be an 8. That's a fly ball. Cracks 1 to center. And cruising under it is McCormick. 2 down. Segura with 15, and he's plunked. Hit by pitch. Yikes. So he's not rubbing it. Heads down to first, and here's Marsh with a 0-4, and that's going to be a base hit single. Bohm is going to score on that. Going to third is Segura. It's a single plus. That's like with 2 outs, that's an automatic two base advance. So it's 10-4 Phillies. And it's first and third. So basically, he's given up a run. We're going to go to Montero's gone 0.2. Going to go to let's see who else we can go to. Let's go to Presley. I mean, you know, we're not going to lose sleep over this. So let me just check something out here. Yeah, we're going to go to Presley on this. I know that he's usually but at this point, you know, 10-4 game, he's just going to go an inning anyway. Here's Schwarber. And that's an 80, which will be a strikeout in the inning. So 1 run on 2 hits. And it's 10-4 Phillies, top of the 8th. Chas McCormick. We need a new pitcher as well. We're going to go to Dominguez. This is like almost a joke. This modern baseball with like constant pitching changes every inning. Like nobody can pitch more than an inning. Wow, man. All right, what are you going to do? So Dominguez is in there, and he's pitching to McCormick. We rolled a 25. That's a strikeout. And everybody strikes out. Here's Maldonado, 72. That's off the pitcher. That's a strikeout. Top of the order. So if the Phils win this one, it'll be 3-2. And then 2 games in Houston, they're going to have to win them both. Altuve with an 88. That's off the pitcher's card, and a 5. And it's ripped to second. Played by Segura over to first, and they get Altuve. So 3 up and 3 down. So the Astros are down to the last 3 outs in this one. Hoskins leading off. Presley came in. He can go 1 more inning. 82, and that'll be a defensive check again. Defensive checks. 86. That's the range area. 86. To the center fielder. Who are we rolling for? Totally lost. Bottom of the 8th. That's Hoskins up. So the center fielder is McCormick. And McCormick is what kind of center fielder? He's a 2 center fielder, so that's going to drop. And it does drop. So Hoskins is on with a single. So that's Hoskins' second single of the game. JT, remember 10-4 the score. Pitch from Presley with a 24, and that's a strikeout. Second strikeout for Presley, Elvis Presley. Here's Harper with a 99. Now that could be a pass ball number. So we got to check the catcher. I'll show you how to do this, Maldonado. Have to check the catcher. Maldonado 99. Only as an away, it's a pass ball. See that? Because the circle has the top, that means away. If it's a completely darkened, that means away and home. And if it's only the bottom, then it's home. So it's a pass ball. Pass ball on the catcher. And Harper's still up. Let's do it again. And that's an 80, which will be a strikeout. Third strikeout. And Castellanos with a 56. That's a base on balls off the pitcher card. I'd love for Presley to get us out of this game. 35, and that will be the out we're looking for. Fly ball center field on the run is McCormick, and McCormick catches up to it. So no runs, 1 hit, 2 left. Last licks for the Astros, who are trailing 10-4. And boy, it's so much fun for me to say that. Astros are trailing 10-4. And we're going to bring in a new pitcher. It's going to be, it looks like Robertson. Robertson's coming in. Not going to use this guy, I hope. So Robertson will come in, an ex-Yankee. He was part of the Yankee World Series team in 2009. Remember, join Universal Baseball Association Facebook group and like and subscribe to my channel so I can keep on giving you some good content and play these games that are a little bit under the radar, like this one, and watch my buddies that do similar great stuff, RJL and Kurt Berglund, who really goes above and beyond all the time, offering lots of cool stuff for us to follow and to watch. And who was I looking for? I was looking for the Robertson. And why can't I find him? Hold on a second. I just saw him before. A lot of good players for Philly that aren't even around. Gregorius is the Herrera. A bunch of guys that should be around that aren't. Oh, here he is, David Robertson. He's coming in. So Dominguez went 1 inning, 1.0, and Alvarado went 0.1. And now it's Robertson at the top of the ninth. Here's the pitch to Pena, who's got a couple of hits today. 0-9, and he's going to bounce one through the hole into left. Nobody could get that. So leads off with a single. Here's Alvarez with a 41, and a 7 is a fly ball to left. There is Schwarber, one down. Bregman is next, and an 82, and that's going to be a strikeout. So Bregman strikes out. He was actually 3 for 3 in this game, 2 singles and a double with a walk. So 1 out away from victory here in Game 5, and then we're going to go to Houston for the last 2 games. Here's Kyle Tucker with a 15, and that's ball 4. So Robertson walks Tucker, puts runners on first and second with 2 outs. And here's Gurriel with an 84, and that's going to be a defensive call. See what happens. And we got a 0-6, and that's going to be back to the pitcher. And Robertson's a 3, and that's going to be bobbled, and everybody's safe. E1. So he makes an error. And with the bases loaded, it's Hensley. I wonder if we can bring in somebody who's a lefty pinch hitter for these guys. Let's see. Somebody I know. Brantley's another guy who's not around. Trey Mancini's a right-handed hitter. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see if I can bring somebody. Somebody they use. This guy Maton, I believe, is a lefty hitter, I believe, and I've seen them use him. Castro's another guy who's contributed to them throughout the season, is not around. So it's like Phil Maton is his name, I think. I think he's on the Astros, right? These are all the pitchers. Hold on a second. Oh no, Diaz, Christian Vasquez, Rick Taylor. Oh, here he is, Phil Maton. No, but he's a righty. I'm just going to let Hensley bat. Here's a pitch from Robertson. 51. Uh-oh, that's a deep drive with an 8. That's not great because the ballpark card is going to be a fly ball to center. Here's a pitch, and an 82 is going to be a drive in the gap. That's going to score 1. Round to score is Tucker. Stopping at third is Gurriel, and that's a 2-run double. Yikes. All right, so McCormick now. So that's 1-2. 2 more runs come in, 10-6. And here's McCormick. Pitch from Robertson, a 37, and that will do it. Bouncer to third, over to first. Game over. So 2 runs come in here in the top of the 9th on a couple of hits in it and the error that I wrote in. And final score, 10-6. 6 runs for the Astros, 10 runs for the Phils. And how many hits? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hits and a couple of home runs. The big shot was the grand slam by Alec Bohm. And hits for the Astros. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 hits. So the Astros actually out hit the Phils, but the Phils were able to really capitalize on runners on base and drive them home. And the victory, I have to say, is going to go to Syndergaard, and the loss is going to go to Verlander. Keeping it simple. And let's see, big days. 2 hits here for Hoskins, 3 for 4 for Realmuto, 1 for 4 for Harper. Castellanos had 2 for 4. 2 for 5 for Hoskins. 0 for 4 for Schwarber. Bohm went 1 for 5, but he hit a grand slam. He had 4 RBIs and 1 run scored. That was interesting. So look at that. Then you went 0 for 4 for Stop. And then Segura went 1 for 3. And Marsh went 1 for 4 as well. So that's it, folks. Tony Porter, Cards and Dice TV. Thanks for watching. Remember to join Universal Facebook Association baseball group, Facebook group, and all its affiliated groups. Come join us, share roll some games, share, and reach out. Any questions you may have, I'm always there to give you some thoughts. Take care. We'll